and welcome back to our series on the basic squat. Over the first couple of videos, we've been working on the mechanics of the squat, moving our hips down and back, as well as grounding our feet into the ground. In this video, I want to work on an issue a lot of folks have where they still cannot feel their hamstrings or glutes when they're going through the movement. So we're going to use this technique to increase the engagement in our posterior so we get a little bit more sensation in our hamstrings and glutes. So as we talked about in that first video, when we go down into our basic squat, we want to think about moving our hips back first, our knees second. That's what we talked about in the first video. And then in the second video, we talked about our feet going down and out. So grounding our full feet into the ground and then spreading them apart. Now both of those techniques are going to work on moving through the hips and feeling more sensation. Now even after that, some folks still have a little bit of an issue where, hey, I'm not feeling much going on back there. So the technique I use is just having them keep their knees locked on that first descent. So knees stay completely locked, grounding those feet down and out, and as they push their hips back, the hope is they get a little bit more sensation. Now, once you feel a little something there, you'll then go into that second part of letting the knees track forward. But you have to remember, we don't want to lose that initial feeling, so we want to keep pushing our hips back. So even as those knees track towards our toes, keep pushing those hips back, back, back. Get to the bottom of whatever you feel comfortable in your bottom of your squat, and then we just change it up. We bring our hips up first, knees back second. Again, all trying to move through our hips. That's what this whole series is about, is learning how to move through our hips as opposed to our knees or our quads. So again, give that a shot of knees locked first before we go hips back, knees forward, grounding those feet in, ripping that floor apart. As you come up, hips lead the way. And the hopes is, again, that you get some more love, as we like to call it, back into those hips and hamstrings.